sadness in the world was condensed into a living vessel, Belceia'sua would be it. This imperfect child is one of the many orphaned offsprings residing in Lady Ardora's House of the Abandoned. Not much is known about her life before coming to the manor, but due to her powerful influence on others just from shedding tears, she is believed to be the harbinger of grief. This idea perfectly describes the overwhelming sadness she bears, constantly wailing over the most trivial of things. It does not help that she is constantly bullied by Basisco, and it does not help that anything from a calm family dinner to a moderately loud sound of a starting car engine can bring out a strong response from her. Regardless, Belle's timid and overly sensitive nature affects everyone in the house so much, she was given a room at the far end of the hallway, just so that no one hears her cries. Belceia'sua is an imperfection, an entity deformed in a way that makes them less like the mortal Geothians that roam the world above. The physiology of an imperfection varies between individuals, but the most common trait that is shared among imperfections, including Belceia'sua, is the immunity towards diseases and poisons created by mortals, and the innate ability to sense the spiritual essence of anyone within a certain range. Her main ability is a rather odd one. When Belceia'sua cries, anyone within an immediate vicinity of the sound or sight of her crying will begin to shed tears as well. The longer a person is exposed to Belle's cries, the worse the effects become. Prolonged exposure can begin to tear at the psyche of the victim, making them feel sorrowful or even outright remorseful of actions they are not aware they have committed. Distance from Belceia'sua can also have varied effects. Direct contact with this sad child will force the affected individual to relive the darkest or saddest memories that were once repressed in the deep crevices of their mind. While these effects are malicious or worrying in nature, the one causing it is not exactly a threat to begin with. Belceia'sua is just terribly easy to upset. Belceia'sua was not inspired by anyone popular. I actually adopted her from a friend for 500 Philippine pesos, or just about $8 to $9 at the time. I mean, to be fair, she is too adorable for me to pass up on. She even made her first debut on my 2020 O.C.tober challenge, though she did look too much like a young teenager. When I was designing her, I wanted to make sure that she was properly portrayed as a child. So I focused on giving her knee socks, made sure her facial features were correctly proportioned, and most importantly, made her cloak all the more massive, like she was using a blanket. Her name also has an interesting story behind its creation. Belceia'sua is a name derived from at least 3 different origins. The Bel part of her name comes from Belphegor, the demon of Sloth, while the Cia part of the name comes from Acedia, the Latin or Greek name for sloth. The Sua part of her name, let's just say it's a mystery even to me. For context, her name focuses on the ideas of depression and sadness through words or names that are of Latin, Greek, or Norwegian origin. While I can recall the possible origin for some parts of her name, I just find it hard to recall where I got the Sua from. Now that I think about it, her name should be pronounced as Belceia'sua, considering the C in Acedia is said with a K sound rather than the S sound. Because of her, I have also made a concept story idea called House of the Abandoned, which I will eventually share with you guys soon enough. And that will be all for today. This has been Kyle, signing off now. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.